Good morning, EHS dancers. This is Miss McLean. It's Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday, April 14th. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. The sun is out, it's shining. Maybe you can get a little fresh air today. That would be awesome. But I am here to kind of just explain what your weekly assignment is going to look like. So we are entering now week 5 of online work, which, checking out the few of you guys last week, I definitely understand why people are feeling overwhelmed. I feel it myself. Some days I get so many emails, I don't know what to do. So sometimes I just don't do anything. And I totally understand that our motivation level is always fluctuating. It's going up and down. Some days you might have more energy and motivation to get things done, and then other days it's maybe not so much. So we're all kind of dealing with it together. And so there's no judgment, there's no pressure. And so after a couple of weeks, kind of trying a few things with the online learning, speaking to some of the other teachers in the building, we want to make sure that you're healthy, happy, and safe. Those are most important. But really when it comes to your work, many of us are juggling different things at home, as I mentioned, or maybe you're just experiencing a variety of different emotions. Learning has to continue, work has to continue. But I want to make sure that for my class that it is manageable and you have choices and you have options. So I have posted on the Google Classroom what you need to do for the week. I will only be posting one weekly assignment, but within that weekly assignment, you have 2 to 3 options of what you can do. And as I stated last week on the Google Classroom, we're going to be working with this whole concept of dance and movement as therapy. I originally said 3 weeks, but that will actually take us all the way to the end of April. And so how I've chunked it is I would like for you to choose one aspect of the assignment to do each week. And like I said, choice is important. Some weeks you may have a lot of time. Other weeks, maybe not so much. So maybe just try to figure out what works best for you. So I don't want to talk too much. Teachers can do that. I'm going to try to keep it simple. So as I said, the directions have already been laid out. The videos and the links have also been added. But I'm going to give you a really, really quick demo of what I'm looking for you to do. So please take a look. I am not fancy techie like some of your teachers, and they're going to go through a fancy show. I'm old school. You guys know that. I'm a dinosaur. So just look. Look, look, look. Can you see that? So Miss McLean's weekly assignments. You have choices. Choices. I hope you guys can see this. All right, I'm going to have to put this up like a storybook. But you guys have weekly assignment choices. You choose what interests or works best for you. What works best for you? Think about it. You have options with your work. Look at that. I know you love my artwork. You can write your response. You can speak your response. Or, this is a dance class, you can move with your response. You can dance it out. And I'm going to demonstrate how you can do all of that with one of our assignments for the week. So, having said that, there is a nice video called Dance as Therapy. It's about 13 minutes long. But the woman who's giving the talk, I think, is quite informative. She's going to be talking about Agent Orange, something that was used during the Vietnam War. But I would like for you to listen to her story because she also talks about how this affected people's lives, which many of us are not going to be the same. I don't think any of us will be the same after this whole COVID pandemic. And so these are some things I want you to really kind of reflect on. What are some similarities between Agent Orange that the Vietnamese were experiencing during the Vietnam War? How does that compare or contrast with what we're living with COVID-19 here in the United States in 2020? This was in the 1970s. This is in a whole new century, 21st century, going into our 3rd decade. So I want you to think about that. And there are a few reflection questions. So once again, you always have the options to write it out, whether you want to type it or, hey, look at this. I did old school. I just got out, some fun markers and pens. You can do it this way. I want you to be creative, okay? That's one aspect of it. She introduces a young man, Chung, and talks about how she used dance and therapy for him to kind of help heal himself. And you'll see that. So we're going to actually be making our own dance map stories. And that's where we're going to come together in class on Wednesday. And I hope people feel comfortable sharing some of the movements that they have come up with. Okay? So that's what we are going to be doing on Wednesday. And then obviously always checking in to see what you guys need. And That's how the class is going to run. Every week we might need something a little different, so I'm going to take advice from you guys. So, having said that, here's an example of how you can work out the dance map of your life. And remember, this is another aspect of this assignment, okay? So you can either choose to focus on the map this week, maybe you just want to focus on the questions that pertain to the video. It's up to you. So here's an example of my Miss McLean's dance map story. So as I mentioned, I responded. I came up with 5 movements and I wrote them all down. You don't have to read that, but an example of a written response. Now, for some of you guys, you may not like writing so much. You may not like moving so much. So what can you do? You can actually speak it. So I'm actually going to tell you what my 5 moves are. My first move, I start out by hugging myself on a medium level. We talked about levels. With my head down, my head is bowed. My second move, I roll up, I start to expand my body, come to standing, and I open my arms and hands to the sky, and they clap together at the top. 3, my third move. It's a chaîné turn, or just a simple turn, moving my body to the left side. My 4th move, chaîné ballet turn. Remember that, for those of you guys who've had ballet with me, chaîné, ballet turn. Arabesque, another ballet term. That's my 4th move, okay? So I'm extending my left leg straight in the air, just a little bit. My right arm is extended out, and it's pointing out to the side. My 5th and final move of my dance map, I just simply walk away. So I'm giving you 2 examples of how you can respond to your work, and not just for this assignment, but this is for any assignment moving forward. You can write it en forma de escrito. You can speak it en forma de hablado. Or you can dance it or move it en forma de un baile. Puede moverse. You got it? So I'm going to show you the final. You know it. I got to move. I got to dance. Okay. So, and you can join me too. All right. You don't have to sit down. Remember, we're moving for motivation. Hashtag Movement for Motivation Challenge. I have not forgotten about that, and I'm going to be bringing that back for you guys. You got that? All right. Here we go. So my first move. That's it. That is what I have for you guys for this week. So those are your assignments for the week. So please have fun with it, engage. Hey, even if you want to collaborate with a friend, I'm all for that. I know this is difficult times. Just do the best that you can to make sure that you are engaging. So it would be very cool to see some collaboration. We're almost done. A few more reminders. Our class is live on Wednesdays on the Google Hangouts. After talking to a few friends last week, all right, you guys don't like to wake up early. So why was I having office hours at 10 a.m.? I don't know. But we're going to do this at 12:30. I think 12:30 is a reasonable time. I don't know if sleeping until 2 o'clock every day is the best option, but you choose what works best for you certain days and weeks. But I would love to have as many people joining us for the live session. We will be combining our movements of our dance map. Also have some other conversations of some other things that you guys might want to do, some things that students have already mentioned. I've also had some meetings about some ideas of some things that we can do. But mostly just come just to have a sense of community. We can talk, share ideas, and it's a really good way to stay connected to different people in the community. And most importantly, we're going to try to have some fun, some fun. And last but not least, before I leave you, as you're probably like, oh my God, will she stop? What are the weekly dance workouts? Something fun, something that you can laugh at with Miss about, okay? So we have our weekly dance workouts. I want you to try it. I want you to do it with me. I may seem kind of cheesy and silly, but that's just what I do. You guys know that, okay? If you don't feel comfortable trying it, just watch it. Last but not least, respond to it. Respond to it. So write down a response. What did you think? Miss, you look so silly. Miss, that was a great song selection. Hey, I like that one move. Remember, You can talk to me about it. You can show it to me. And if you don't feel comfortable video yourself, we can always do a live chat session, okay? So there's just different ways that we can stay connected and together. And the final, I think, most important thing are just a few small reminders. Stay healthy and safe. Make sure that you take care of yourself. Most importantly, reach out if you need anything. And this is not just about school, but if you need anything, something that you need at home, whether it's computers, access to food, etc. Please reach out. We're here to help. Try to remain calm and positive and as optimistic as you can. And that's why we're focusing on dance as therapy. Different things are very calming to us. Some of us, we like to write. Some of us, we like to read. Some of us is playing video games, video juegos, whatever it is. But let's just try to do whatever it is that we need to kind of keep ourselves in a state where we can like focus. We will get through this. But that's time. I gotta go. I got other stuff to do. And I know you do too. I will see you on Wednesday, 12:30. Look for the link tomorrow, Google Chat. Be well, be safe, you're the best. Oh, I think I have one more picture to say. I think it sums it up and it says it all, how I feel about you. Have a great day, EHS. Bye-bye. Until next time. Adios. Au revoir. Arrivederci.